What's everybody? I'm David Mays. Obviously, you know that. I want to share. Right. So 30 days ago, I posted a video saying that I was going to. Actually, it may not have even been a video. It was more of a statement saying, "Here's what I'm going to do for 30 days, and I'm going to see what happens." And it was really an idea to reset my habits because over time they'd gotten to where they weren't the best. And so what I want to cover today is what I learned along the way in the 30 days. And it's been actually, well, right at 30 days, 32 days. What happened? All right. So did it work? What didn't happen? So what were my expectations? And did those expectations actually, were they what I expected? Why was it worth it? And why I'm not going back? And then also, and this is the part that you guys are probably going to be excited about, is why do you care? And so, first of all, here's what I want to explain for those of you who didn't watch my post or whatever, because I know how Facebook is. Like, a lot of people don't see it and whatever, especially since it wasn't a video. The first thing I want to say is what I wanted to give up. Okay, and it was simple. But it was a bunch of habits that I had joined into my life that I didn't really that I found was not actually benefiting me as much as I was hoping. And so basically I had made the decision to give up all meat except for maybe chicken and fish, all right, and no fried, all right. So that was the fried part was kind of tough, being in the South. But so no meat other than that, no alcohol, and that's probably the big one for me that had just kind of snuck in and didn't realize it was more of a, it had become kind of a social thing and just kind of a bad habit, and so gave that up, and gave up dairy in general, except for Holly makes this amazing raw milk homemade yogurt, which is actually really good for the body. And so I did use that, and I was using that instead of sour cream. I was using that yogurt in a lot of different ways. And so, but other than that, dairy was gone. I haven't drunk like dairy milk in years, so that actually wasn't that hard. It was basically eliminating cheese from the diet was really the bigger struggle, and then implementing some level of exercise on a consistent basis. And the consistent part was the part that I had not been really good at, and so that was it. So my goal was not to lose weight. My goal was not to lose X inches. My goal was not set around that. Obviously, my hope is that those factors would play into it, but that was not exactly my goal. My goal was to follow the plan. Okay, and so what happened? All right, so I ended up losing about a half inch around thinner around the belly button, which obviously I didn't have a whole lot to lose. But what I did notice, I did drop about 5 pounds, which is crazy because I've been working out and lifting. So it was really more of a shift in weight more than like losing weight. But it really was a shift. So visually there's a bigger change than there was probably from a scale or something like that. And guys, for you guys looking to lose weight and stuff like that, I highly recommend don't obsess over the freaking scale, because it can be a really Debbie Downer if you're not careful. So there's no point in weighing yourself during a plan. The point is to follow the plan. Then at the end of that, you can weigh yourself and see if you're getting the results that you're looking for. Otherwise, change your plan. And so we'll cover that in a second. I do want to cover some of the consistent use of the supplements that I used, and I think this was pretty critical to my success because that's what gave me the energy. That's what gave me the recovery, the fast recovery. That's what gave me the really the mindset of because it supported mental clarity as well along the way. And obviously, you guys know Holly and I have been doing doTERRA for 5.5 years. So supplements have just been they've become part of our lifestyle. But there's a key part to that is just because you're getting nutrition, that's giving your body what you need to do from a building block standpoint. But if you don't actually give your body force, okay, something to apply that to, it's still only going to do so much. So that's where the exercise and the eating right and things like that really come into play. And so this is something, that Holly and I learned a while back with supplements is, and I apologize, I just got through working out, so I'm actually still kind of hot. I just looked at myself. But this is something that we realized a long time ago, is that if your plan is not simple, you just won't do it. I mean, that's the bottom line. I don't care whether it is in sales or it is your plan to get a promotion or your plan to lose weight or your plan to exercise. It doesn't matter. If you complicate it too much, the human mind just simply says, screw it. And it's easier not to do it than to do it. Okay. So here's what we did. This is my solution to my supplements. This is a tackle box. I don't know. It was like $5 or something like that at Walmart. And so I have all the supplements that I use in there. Now, for those of you who do not take supplements, those of you in doTERRA go, oh, that's pretty cool. I may do that. For those of you who do not take supplements, you're thinking, my God, he's on more medications than grandma, right? But the reality is you're going to take pills, whether you take them from a health standpoint or a medical standpoint, you're going to ultimately take pills. So you're either going to do it to keep your body healthy and to strengthen your body and do it proactively, or you're going to wish you had, and you're going to be on about 15 medications by the time you're 55. So you get that option, but you will be taking pills. So there's your option. All right, so here's the other thing. And so this basically, lifelong vitality, that is the foundational, that's just nutrients, man. It's just food. It's food, high quality, whole food. And because we eat pretty good, like we eat really good. But it's just not possible for me to get the omega-3s that I need, the antioxidants that I need, all of those things, because the more you exercise, the more you do with your body, the more trash, all right, that is left on the inside that you have to flush out. And so that's a critical component of that. How many of you love this guy? All right. So if you're watching the video and you're familiar with what this is, like put a 1 in there or something. Say, dude, this stuff rocks or something like that. So the Deep Blue Rub, the harder I worked out, hey, what's up, Sam? And what are you selling today? Selling life, man. So the Deep Blue is a critical component, because here's the thing: if you're too sore the next day after your workout, you're not going to want to work out again. And so then you end up getting out of the habit. And I'm telling you, I have woke up days to where I wake up and it's like, oh my God, I can't move. And so you get into that trap, and then you end up not working out. And the next thing you know, your consistency goes to crap, and now you're not working out, and then you miss your goals because of lack of consistency. And so that's the other thing. Consistency freaking matters. All right. And so that was one of the things it was difficult to me. And I've got some tricks that you can use to keep yourself consistent, because that's key. It's key to success. I don't care whether it doesn't matter what you're trying to do. Success is based on consistency. This is linked to that, but actually I'll cover that in a minute. One of the things that I noticed over this 30 days is the change is way happening on the inside way more than the outside, at least at first. And honestly, even in the 30 days, but probably because now that I'm on this bandwagon, I'm just going to stay on it, right? So who knows what's going to happen in the next 60, 90, 120, right? Because I kept it real, all right? And I'm going to cover that in a second too. But the change is happening on the inside first. And again, with success, let's say that you know me because of doTERRA, and you're building a doTERRA business, okay? doTERRA businesses can take some time, okay? And the check does not match your efforts in the beginning. But if you own a brick and mortar business and you're watching this, would you say I own a brick and mortar business and I get this? Because I guarantee you, anyone that owns a brick and mortar business realizes that they invest a ton of money. and they get absolutely no outcome. Or if they do get an outcome, all it's doing is paying back their investment. It is not in cash in their bank. Okay, that's the way business works. So that same thing happens to our bodies, and so you have to invest, and you get absolutely no visual return from that in the beginning. And so that's where the patience, which is hard for all of us as Americans, we want it yesterday. My God, if Amazon takes more than 2 days, we're like, where is it, right? And so the patience and persistence. And it's funny because I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, you can see these paintings. All right, so I got these done, and the darn thing is always crooked. I got these done in San Francisco almost 10 years ago. So this one is patience. So this is the kanji for patience. This is the kanji for persistence. And actually, persistence does not exist in kanji. So this actually means keep going, which is kind of the same thing. And then this one finally is success. And so this has kind of been my my mental dialogue, all right, for the past 20 years, really. And it's funny because it took almost 20 years to feel like I had it. So that's critical. So the other thing is, don't go for perfection. So the reality is, I did cheat a couple times. It is not something that you can make a standard. Otherwise, it doesn't count. And so I've got a trick to help you on that cheating. If you do cheat, to help get you back on track. And oddly enough, mine came from a 14-year-old. So I think it doesn't matter where it comes from as long as you get it. Okay. The other thing is, success is not always pretty. This outfit. Oh, little shout out to Devil Dog Arms. They make fantastic AR-15s. Anyway, so success isn't pretty. Like, what it takes to get you there is never what it looks like when you're there. A lot of times people see success and they see that as the cool car, the cool motorcycle, the cool house, whatever it is. Dude, that is not how they got it. They got it through blood, sweat, and tears. And so, oddly enough, the blood, sweat, and tears rarely makes the video. Okay, it's always, look at my cool car. They don't see you crying at 2 o'clock in the morning because something did not work. All right, but we always paint the rosier picture. My God, Facebook is notorious for that, right? Which is why I kind of want to keep it real. So. Another point that I learned is simplify. It was critical for me to simplify my routine in order to reduce the head trash that tends to cause you to delay or ignore your plan. And we've done this in our business, and we continue to do it. But I did this with my health as well. And if it got complicated, all it took was one minor infraction, and it was like, oh, I'll just do this one time. And some of that is the choice of restaurant that you go to. Some of it is with regard to food. It could be the choice of restaurant. So if you do the research and you get a list of restaurants that you have healthy choices at, and simply always have those as options, that's a great way to eliminate the, oh my God, I'm at Sonic, what happened to me, trap. And so some of that, and again, that's planning, right? But what you can do is you can plan to have better habits. And once you've got those better habits, then you simply live by those habits, and then the success starts to follow. Does that make sense? All right. So those are great, but how do you actually do it? And I think this, if you can't do anything else, if you start an exercise program, if you start a new business, if you start whatever you start, if you don't track it, if you don't track your progress, if you don't track the progress of your plan, let me put it that way, not the progress of your results, but the progress of your plan. If you don't track that, it's really not important to you. And I think that's the key, because successful people don't track their results. They track their progress, the progress of their plan. So in other words, at the end of the day, did I do what I said I would do in my plan? Not did I close 10 people, or did suddenly I lose 3 inches, all right, or did I get that promotion? Okay, so it doesn't matter what. Again, guys, think out. It's a much bigger process. This is not just direct sales or losing weight or whatever. This is literally everything we do has to do with tracking it. Let me ask you something. We track our kids' grades in school, right? Why? Because it's important to us, right? Why is it important to us? Because we know that if we track the grades along the way and they start to slip, that we can correct them and course correct along the way so that it's not this massive failure at the end. We know this. It's like built in us as parents. But for some reason, when we start looking at tracking our own stuff, suddenly it gets personal and we're like, maybe I'm not going to track it. Why? Because of fear of failure. And oddly enough, the fear of failure is the actual reason why you fail in the first place. So track it. And again, don't track your results. Track your progress of your plan. And that will keep you from attacking yourself and go, well, I suck because I didn't get the results I was looking for. And I'm going to cover that in a second. All right. We keep up with the miles in our car. Why? Because we know we need to change the oil, right? So, oh my God, you're 3,000 miles if it's regular oil, 5,000 miles if it's your cars or synthetic, whatever. My RV is 10,000 miles. So I track all of that. And it's not hard, but it does take planning, okay? And so we track it because we know it's important. We even track how much toilet paper. Like if you start to run out of toilet paper, what do? You go, hey, we got to get more toilet paper. Why? Because it's pretty damn important, right? So you've got to track things that are important to you. So tracking your plan, did I do what I said I was going to do today? Which also leads into integrity, all right? Not integrity with others. You got to have integrity with yourself first. There is absolutely no way that you can have integrity with anyone else, your coworkers, your boss, your customers, your team, whatever it is. You can't have integrity with them if you don't have integrity with yourself. And so it all starts with you. And so that's where having an accountability partner can really, really come into play. And so oddly enough, my accountability partner, and I didn't technically ask for him to be an accountability partner, but he blessed me with being one, was my son. And so obviously we work at home. We're together a lot. We eat together almost every meal. And so he was around me. And so I knew whether or not if I sat down at the couch at the end of the day and wanted to watch a show, which we do every now and then, almost every day, late at night, and to kind of recoup from the day, if I grabbed a glass of wine or a cocktail or whatever it was, I knew my son would see that. And so mentally, that made a big impact on me. Why? Because I cared about what he thought. And here's the thing. I was not perfect. And by God, he called me out on it. And he called me out on it hard. And so your accountability partner cannot be your teddy bear. All right. He can't be your consoler. He is not there for that purpose. He has to call you out on it. And if he's not, then he's not a freaking accountability partner. So if Nicholas would have said, oh, I see you're having a drink today, but that's okay. You can choose not to have one tomorrow. That's not an accountability partner. So he razzed me pretty hard. And as a result, did that make me perfect? Absolutely not. It did not make me perfect. But it certainly made me think about it from a standpoint of what am I showing him? And that's where having respect for your accountability partner really, really matters. And so if you have an accountability partner, but you really don't care what they say, then it's time to get a new accountability partner, because it doesn't matter. The whole point of them being in your life and to hold you, quote unquote, accountable to your desired results, i.e. your plan along the way, is they care about you. And so if you don't care enough about them to feel that their thought matters and that their reflection matters, then you probably need to find another one. So now it can't also be an excuse for you to say, well, I don't really need one, because the reality is you won't do it unless you have one. There's about probably 3% of us that will do what we should do on a consistent basis, whether we have an accountability partner or not. The rest of us, we need one. So maybe you're in that 3%, but I'll guarantee you, if you're in that 3%, you're probably not watching the video because you're already successful. So, they are there to be a gentle reminder of what you promised to yourself. They got to remind you why you were doing it in the first place, and they've got to be able to give you the courage to keep going. Now, so some of that is personality wise. They can do that in different ways. Now, here's another thing that can lead to success in whatever plan that you're working out, is an idea partner. Now, this may or may not be the same person. Okay, so your accountability partner may or may not be the same as your idea partner. For me, Nicholas was my accountability partner, basically my kick in the ass, and my idea partner was Holly. And in business, Holly and I have we have a host of idea partners, and it is from people who are typically smarter than us. If we find someone that has either been more successful, as successful, did it a different way, but got the same place, whatever it is, we're looking for someone who can give us different ideas so that I can continue to launch myself to be more than who I am today, because that's where I get more of what I'm looking for. Okay. So look for an idea partner. Look for someone. Your great uncle who's never been successful in anything is probably not the right choice, right? Because he's going to say, well, that sounds like a good idea to me. How does he know, right? So you're looking for someone who actually has success in whatever you're trying to accomplish. All right. I think that's about it. So I don't know how long I've been going. Oh my God, I've been going 20 minutes. I'm sorry. So I'm going to end with this. Holly and I have been successful in what we have been doing for now 5.5 years. It seems insane that we've been doing healthy lifestyle, teaching people, selling essential oils and supplements and the products of that life, of that natural lifestyle. We've been doing that now for 5.5 years. So it is certainly not a fad. And obviously anyone who's talked to me more than 5 minutes knows that I am extremely passionate about what I do, and Holly as well. And so you now have that opportunity to benefit from that experience. The people on my team already benefit from that experience. We have tons of educational opportunities available to them on a consistent basis that gives them that ability to move themselves forward. We don't nurse them to health. That's not our job. Our job is to hopefully give them the information, the education, the encouragement along the way that they can do it too. And that's what I'm offering to you. So if you are not a doTERRA member, if you've tried it and didn't really see the point, or you've tried a different essential oil, because a lot of what we teach, yes, we use oils heavily, but we teach a lot more than just oils. Obviously the supplements and everything else, and the plan is what matters, because that's what creates ultimately the result. If you're in that position and you'd like to learn more about that, let us know, man. We are in a position, we have time. Obviously it's 12:44 in Eastern time, and I just got through with the workout. So we've got time that we can dedicate to you and be that accountability partner, be that idea partner, help you create a plan, and we can do it with a lot of accuracy and success. So if you're one of those people, fantastic. If you are not, but you know someone who might be, that could use the help from a health standpoint, or actually from a financial standpoint, we've actually been very successful in that level as well. So if you know people that are in that position, share this video, share it out. Dude, we are not I'm going to push you and talk you into something. You're either going to do it or don't. That's your deal. We want you to succeed. We're not going to make you. And so I'm excited about what I'm doing. I'm still excited about what I do. And taking the time to do this workout, and I don't know, it just flowed with me today, and I realized that I'd never really followed up, and so I wanted to do that. So click the link. It's a little bit.ly link that I've got on there. Click that. It will send you to a page on our website that allow you to schedule a 1-hour consultation with my wife and I, and we will help you develop a plan that will lead you to success. All right. I hope this was. I hope you found value in this, and if not, text that too. So we want to know what you think. We want to know what your thoughts are. You may have stuff to add. So anyway, I hope it's helpful to you. And let me see if there's anybody. Hello, Lupe. Jerry, thank you very much. Awesome. So guys, have a great day. We'll see you soon. Bye.